I've been practicing law now going on 20 years. I celebrated my 17th year this past August. So I've stood beside hundreds, if not thousands, of defendants in criminal court. And I know how down and out that experience can be. I've seen folks at their lowest. Absolutely. But there are certain things in court that you should never do, no matter what. Well, there are some small things that will irritate the judge. For example, coming to court inappropriately dressed, or your cell phone going off while the judge is handling some proceeding, talking loud, stuff like that. That will irritate the judge, irritate the bailiffs, and you could get your phone confiscated. You could even get thrown in jail for a while. Those are sort of minor things, but there are some really big stuff that you never, ever, ever want to do. And there's one in particular. Stay around, and I'm going to tell you what that is. Hello, I'm attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. Each and every week, we bring you at least one legal analysis of some trending story having to do with politics, policies, personalities, or pop culture to empower you with the information you need to defy an unjust legal system and to nullify systemic racism. If that interests you, go ahead, subscribe, like, share, comment, and click the bell. Now, all that said, what is that one thing you should never, ever do in court? Without further ado, here it is.
I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
That you should never do. That is a no-no. That gentleman just made his life 100 times worse. 100 times. From what I read, he was facing up to 4 years in prison and would have to serve at least 19 months. And that's what the judge imposed on him even after he did that. Another judge is going to oversee all the new cases. I think he picked up an additional 15 new cases, both felony and misdemeanor cases, which he could now be facing decades in prison. So he made his situation just so much worse. And I'm glad he didn't seriously hurt that judge. She didn't deserve that. There's no point in getting angry with her. He was asking her to give him probation, but I heard her say with his record, she couldn't do that. So yeah, if someone goes in front of a judge and is asking for probation or asking for some other type of reduced sentence or something, and they have a long record, that will most likely cause the judge to deny that request. So she did, and he just lost it. I heard one member of his family say he suffers from mental illness. That seems probable to me, because no one in their right mind would have done that except for some sort of mental breakdown. Again, he made his situation so much worse. The article that I read, let me pull it up. The article that I read said again that he's now facing an additional 15 new felony and misdemeanor charges when he attacked that judge. And like I said, she sentenced him up to 4 years, but a minimum of 19 months. So he is eligible for parole in 19 months on whatever he was in court for in the first place. But I can tell you now, they're not going to parole him even for that. They're going to look at how he behaved in court, and he'll not get that parole for the 4-year sentence. No way. Nope, won't do it. And on top of that, he will get additional time for attacking the judge. When the bailiffs or whoever those folks were who jumped on him and started bringing him under control, I read that one of them got hurt. one or two of them got hurt. So he will be charged for that as well. Now, here in the state of Texas, when you attack a judge or a police officer, an attorney, we call that assault on a public servant. And if you use a deadly weapon or if you cause serious bodily injury, it's a second-degree felony, and it carries up to 20 years in prison. So if Nevada has a similar statute, I think this happened in the state of Nevada, then he would be facing whatever their statute is for attacking a judge, and then for the assault also on the peace officer, the bailiff, who jumped in and tried to bring him under control. So he's definitely facing a lot of time. And it's possible that the new judge, because he won't go in front of this judge for that, they typically, if you do something like that to a judge, they'll let a neutral judge hear those cases, and that neutral judge will impose whatever sentence he or she thinks, and very well may stack the sentences. In other words, he does one, and then after he completes that, he does another. After he completes that, he does another. And that's different because in many cases, at least here in Texas, if you got several charges, the judge will allow you to serve them concurrently. So, for example, if you got 5 years on count 1, 5 years on count 2, 5 years on count 3, you do 1 5-year bid for all 3. But if they're stacked, if they're consecutive, you do 5 on count 1, then you do the next 5 on count 2, and then you do the next 5 on count 3. They'll probably do all that to him because he jumped on that judge and assaulted that judge. And there isn't much of a defense. It's all on video. We all saw it. What are you going to say? You didn't see what you saw? So there's not much of a defense, although perhaps there may be some sort of insanity defense or some sort of mental diminished capacity type of defense or something. I don't know Nevada law, so there may be something that can help him. So let's all let this be a lesson to all of us. Don't make your situation worse. It may look bad, but don't make the kind of choice that will make your situation 10 times, 20 times, 50, 100 times worse in this case. All right. That's what I wanted to share with you. Thank you for joining me. Again, I'm attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers, and we bring you a legal analysis, at least one every week. If you like what we're bringing you, if you like our content, please help us grow. Help us grow this channel. So go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, and click the bell. And tell everybody about the Defiant Lawyers. We do a lot to empower and inform our community. All right? Peace. Thank you. Have a good week. Have a good 2024. I'm out.